this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich
TV.
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Because that takes us all the way to Vegas, and it is what it is, right? Mason Beta, and I'm Cameron Giles, and we're gonna rise to the top. And it had, you know what I mean, love, hate, and that definitely hurt when I do that. AdrieN BroneR on there, right? And I won't even say maybe allegedly kind of sorta, because I gotta get up. I can't even grab the money sitting down no more. I gotta actually get up. Can't even reach over no more because that shit hurt. I ain't gonna lie. So not only did they throw him out, right? Or CaM threw him out, but he paid him. He said, 1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. And if you've seen the clip, I'm not gonna play the clip, I'll just recant the clip of AdrieN BroneR promising boxer come up under Mayweather, if I'm not mistaken. That's where he get the bravado, and you know, it seems like all the boxers since Muhammad Ali and the greatest of all times talk that shit. You know, when it takes a certain caliber of person to step on the football field, if you ask me, because I don't like to get hit, even though I got hit hard a few times, and I'm not talking about my recent injury. Especially when you light skin, no offense to the dark skin brothers, but they just think we soft, so they swing first. I got hit a lot of times first. Blindside too. They try to knock you out thinking they could just take you. But to be a boxer or to be a football player, in my opinion, or MMA fighter for that matter, those type of full contact sports, you gotta be a certain type of person, to me, right? And salute to all of them. Because I could never, you know what I mean? I don't care if you're giving me 10 million and all that. I'm not going in the ring to get my ass whipped or play football, get knocked down, blindsided, try to kick the ball and your leg snap in half. And that might be the worst case scenarios, but we've seen it happen. Anyway, AdrieN BroneR is spinning in the clip, as I like to say. He was on the show, and I don't know if he was drunk, if he was high, if he was white lining it. A lot of people in the comments were saying that. I don't know that to be true, so I won't say that about him. What I'll say is he was promising, had a couple of good fights, then took some L's, you know what I mean? And like Murder Mook said, you've been losing a lot lately, you know what I mean? That battle was super fire. Not really 4-1 if you ask me. Talk about that a little bit. He been losing a lot lately. Took a couple of L's, took a couple of, you know, bad publicity. Then he was broke, baby moms and shit like that. When you ain't on top of your game on the Transformation Tuesday. You ain't got that relationship with yourself. You don't got that discipline, although you have discipline to get in the ring, because it definitely takes discipline to be a top tier athlete. What happened? I don't know. But anyway, as the clip spins, you're like, yo, STaT, you look beautiful. You look better in person. And you know, initially, you know, because I first just seen the headline, I didn't see the clip. And I'm like, then CaM threw him out because he said she was look good, or you know, is he hating? What's the word? And as I started watching the clip, he like, yo, you look beautiful. And she was giggling, laughing a little bit, blushing, you know what I mean? Maybe embarrassed or caught off guard. I don't think so. I don't know her. Women have a certain way of taking a compliment shyly, nicely, not wanting to come off rude. You know, women is shrewd, especially women that, in my estimation, I'm not a woman, but just being around beautiful women a lot, you know, in my time, going out, just being around women that look good, not just the regular baddies, because everybody's a baddie now, even though they're not, but genuinely good-looking women, right? They get the pick of the litter, from the athletes to the hustlers to the regular guys. They always got somebody in their ear and on the DM, so they develop a skill over time to brush you off lightly, you know, do certain things. And
I take her as you know, being recognized on the show. They got a big platform, big podcast. She is an attractive young lady. You know, I don't know how old she is, right? So I just looked at her. She was just like accepting it. Then like, all right, let's move on. They're like, all right, so talk about football now. Talk about this now. He just kept going like, oh, so it's STaT. But STaT, you look good and you woo, woo, woo. And, you know, I guess her boyfriend was there, you know what I mean? So CaM like, yo, I'm going to pay you, but you got to get up out of here. So he pulled out the little purse, you know, in the duffel bag, a.k.a. the little man purse or whatever it was, right? Paid him. I don't know what he paid him, but ran off a couple of dollars. But the reason why I'm bringing this in, it's trending. It's Transformation Tuesdays. And a lot of people in the comments are saying it like they know for a fact that he was drinking, that he on drugs and shit. And I said, you are, right? And if that's the case, it's no excuse. Just because you get intoxicated, just because you can't handle your liquor, just because you popped the molly and you ain't know how it was going to affect you or edible, there's no excuse. Yes, do it put you out of your right state of mind and change your thinking and shit? Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why we have women say, yo, first I was with it, then I wasn't with it. And the guy like, but you was with it, and so I kept going. Then we have cases, we have all type of situations that go on behind closed doors when drugs and alcohol and shit is at play. And that's why you shouldn't fuck with it. And if you do, you should be responsible. Anyway, if that's the case with him, it's a bad look because you already was fighting narratives, allegations, rumors, etc. And now you got women, in addition to the drug comments, is like, yeah, because he looked like he the type that don't know how to take no for an answer. And you start to think about that, you say, yeah, because what if this wasn't on camera? And it was just you, maybe you one of your buddies, or you in VIP and you just on her body, you on her body, and she like, yo, thanks for the compliment, but I'm good. Like, I'm good. When do you take no and you learn to read the room? You don't. But this is the clip that I will play. Not of him keep going, because he just kept going, and I guess it got real weird. It got real uncomfortable, and it's a bad look, whether he was drunk or not, so it was no excuses. But I do want to play this clip because I guess after he went outside, he was knocking on the window, being disruptive, intrusive, and you know, they still got a podcast and a job to do. So CaM is caught saying this. He put it out himself, so I ain't really reporting nothing.
I'm going high.
Say that again. I'm sorry. Let's take that over.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was looking at
You're
I'm sorry.
I'll do it again. 5.
Somebody, this nigga want to talk to me. And nigga, you a alky, nigga. I don't want to talk to you, nigga. I just needed you for entertainment for the show. Fucking junkie. Go ahead, man. My bad.
No, you're all good. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Trying to talk. I guess BroneR is saying some shit, but then CaM is saying, yo, cut the tape. We're going to do it over. This bum ass nigga, we just was using you. You know what I mean? Like, we just was using you for content, etc. Woo, 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 And some people like, yo, you know, you ain't say it to his face, because he just was standing right there. And what was he supposed to do? He paid the man, told him, yo, we're gonna pay you for your time, even though you kind of making us kick you out before the interview was done because you're being unprofessional, you're being kind of disrespectful. I'm telling you, her man is here. We get it. 1 compliment, 2 compliments. When you start making it weird and there's other men in the room, you're making us all feel a little uncomfortable. So I'm gonna pay you when you get out. When he got out, I guess he was banging on the glass, banging on the window, trying to still talk to CaM, and then you can hear CaM saying, yo, you know, you bum ass nigga, you know, you drunk ass nigga, we just was using you for content. We ain't want you on the, that's why we wanted you on the show. And, you know, CaM is a troll. He's a full-time Super Saiyan, full-time troll like 50 Cent. So you don't know when he's playing, when he's being serious, and you know, he could get under your skin if you let him in that regard. So some people are like, yeah, you know, drunk or not, he'll still fuck you up. And he probably would. I mean, this is a professional boxer. CaM is not, I'm not, drunk or not, probably still fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he trained, this is what he do. But was it disrespectful for CaM to say, like, we just was using you for content? It's like people you meet in the street give homeless people money, right? Food. People, you know, give food, give drink, give money to the homeless, but they filming it, right? So you walking there, hey, you look like you could use some clothes, and you look like you could, you know, hey, let me give you my shirt off my back, or let me give you these $100 sneakers, etc., right, off my back, but you're doing it on camera. You using them for content, it's a little low level. It's a little low class to me. Is that beneath CaM? I won't say that it is. I can't say, and even if it is or not, I don't got CaM up here. So if he do some low level shit, some scumbag, sucker shit in my book or your book, I won't be all broken up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, I thought he was the realest, because I don't think he's the realest. So to do and say some shit like that, he just was using you, drunk ass motherfucker. It's like, is it beneath him? You know, yeah, did he have to do that? Some people are like, well, what the fuck he supposed to do? The dude knocking on the window, they still trying to do their podcast, and you being disrespectful now. So now you go low instead of going high on some Michelle Obama. We do Shannon Sharp and we go to hell. So now you a drunk bum ass nigga that I just paid to get some content from. It's just very unfortunate. Ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, teach your young boys to move with grace, to know how to take rejection when dealing with a woman or a man, because some women don't know how to take rejection either. Let's be clear. It's not just the boys and, I mean, men running around crying and tearing up shit and stabbing people up and going crazy because a woman rejected them. It's also women can't take rejection either. And that's you. And that's you, ladies, some of y'all, right? But teach them from a young age, one, to love themselves, two, to respect themselves. When you get around certain situations, learn how to read the room. Don't embarrass yourself, because Dame is spinning in the news, and we'll talk about him in a little bit. But one thing you could say, it's a few things you could say, but one thing that stands strong for sure for me when it comes to dealing with Dame and a little bit of time that I've been around him or met him, etc., all the clips that's spinning him, good, bad, teeth falling out, all the jokes and all that. The one thing niggas can't never say that he said that was a lie, and that was hustling for your last name and not your first name. That stands true. If you any type of individual of integrity. And what do I mean by that? I mean, for AdrieN, BroneR, or anybody, it's not just you representing. That's why your moms, or at least my moms, I love you, mommy, right? If your mom's still alive, tell her you love her, right? Your moms ain't just say, yo, put clean drawers on, clean socks on, go outside with your hair combed, Vaseline on your face and all that shit, right? Representing me, the household where you come from. Because if you ever get hit by a car, you know what I mean, which I did, right? When the ambulance come, I don't know why she always gave that example. Like, if you get hit by a bus or something bad happens to you and the ambulance got to get you, you know, your drawers is clean. I used to always be like, well, what does that even matter? But what matters to her and hustling for your last name and not your first name is your first name is all you. I. When it's like, nah, I'm hustling because I got people depending on me. Because I'm representing more than one person. When you see me, you see my lady. You see my mom, you see my kids. When you see my kids, you see me. You see their mom, you see their grand. Like it's like a circle. You know what I'm saying? Like you like turtles, it's like a circle. You can never say Dame was wrong for saying that. Because AdrieN, BroneR, though you representing yourself on the podcast, when you look drunk, when you look creepy, when you look weird, when you look out of touch and you're not reading the room and they got to pay you to send you away. That's what most dudes do with prostitution. They pay for the buns. Like, oh, you a trick. You pay for the buns. Now I pay for her to go away. Because the D is long, but my time is short. Once the time's short, I don't need you hitting my line. I don't need you texting me. Like, I'm paying you for the service, and then you go that way. And then I go this way. Right? That's normally what the transaction is. So it's like they paid you to go away. You ain't even do the whole service, and you look bad. But you make your family look bad. You make your kids look bad. It's like, damn, daddy was on there, you know, what the kids be saying now? Glazing, even though it's a female. It's like you up there glazing style, her man in the building, you just looking all spaced out. If that was the case, you misrepresenting yourself and you misrepresenting your family.
But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.